Okay, this is very exciting. Debut Leotrix album released and dropped on Good Vibrations. It is called Prediction Affliction. Nice title. And we've got 13 tracks here. 13, if that pronunciation wasn't clear enough. 38 minutes and 12 seconds long. And guys, I'm just going to say it. Ever since Leotrix burst onto the scene in 2018, 2019 or so. He was putting out music before that, but that was when he properly burst onto the bass scene. I think he's been one of my very top producers, one of my utmost favourite producers for that amount of time that he's been putting out music and kind of been known to everyone. Just incredible songwriting whilst keeping it simple, fantastic production, amazing sound usage, loads of great melodies and musicality, loads of fantastic pop bass fusion music, a lot of genre experimentation as well, good collaborations to go with that. So yeah, just consistently year on year, EPs, singles, compilation input as well, just putting out fantastic dubstep crossover, future rhythm, melodic dubstep, whatever you want to call it, music. And now people, we have the album. One that I've been crying out for quite a while, and let's just crack on with it. I'm super excited for this, and just looking forward to seeing how his style and his aesthetic pans out over an LP format. The opener of Prediction Affliction is Crush, 2 minutes 33. Let's just crack on. Spin V says cover artwork reminds me of Vorso Holomany LP, which is a great shout. Funky. Typically fruity, colourful, upbeat Leotrix music. But stylistically, genre-wise, just an interesting one to open the album with. Funky. It's almost got a kind of disco-y flavour to it. But yeah, pure funk. Oh, and a little fade out. Okay, like that. I like that. Yeah, just a kind of reintroduction to the Leotrix sound in a funkier way than usual, but maybe a calm before the storm. Just being like, yeah, I'm just gonna bring you in with a cheeky 2.5 minutes just to, you know, whet the appetite, prepare you somewhat. Combini with Eliderp, track number 2. Okay.
Girl.
Oh, mate, what a collaboration. What a combination this is. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Yes. Yes. I like it. I like the wubs. I like it. Keep it coming. Keep it fresh. That is fresh. That is definitely fresh. Rewind up on that. And that was like a progression. I mean, the first drop nearly got me. The first, you know, when it first came in, that nearly got me. But that progression on that. Come on. I think let's just do the whole drop again. Why not?
Girl.
It's interesting because, like, sometimes Leotrix's sound can just get that little bit, like, overblown, that little bit saturated. He does it well, but this is... The Eliderp input is very clear because it's refining and cleaning up the overall sound just that bit. Making it crispier than usual.
Girl.
Girl. Ah! Ah! How does he just keeps making catchy tracks? Oh, little kick clap. Oi. Hey. 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 Crispy, clean. Icy. It just keeps making catchy tracks. There's more catchy tracks than non-catchy tracks in the Leotrix discography. Tell me if I'm wrong. Fight me. That was clean, that was icy, that was glacial. That was nice. Very well cut. Very fidgety feel to it, and yeah, just great on the air, good collaboration. Fighter Pilot, track number 3. Oh yeah, probably worth saying that I don't think I've heard any of these yet. Not even, have I heard Dub for Moving On? Because that was one of the singles, wasn't it? I might have heard that, but I don't think so. But anyway, let's carry on. It's a bit jumpy. It's a wee bit jumpy, by the way. No spoilers, people. No spoilers. Oh, do it again, do it again, do it again. Just the sound quality is just like these are the ideas that a lot of producers attempt, right? But you're not getting close. You're not getting close. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. It's catchy again. Again, like, it's not quite a rewind, but it's definitely not far off. It's not far off. Oh, give me it again. It is ominous energy, but it's just that bit more tight knit for me. And a bit cleaner, that bit more kind of just the flow, just so crispy. The moody good shout is always a good one, and moody as well. But yeah, they have collabed. Yep. That ticks the album along nicely. More hoppy, skippy, jumpy Leotrix material and flavour. Probably not going to be a standout within the album, but again, ticks it along well. Flow Rider. Famous Flow Rider. Oi! Big up Hobo Jimmy in the chat. First one. Oi. Bam 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 bam. More cute jumpy melodies, you know? Spinvy says, which one is the drop? I'm a little bit confused. And now at this little break moment for this particular track, it's time to bring in Mr. White. Hey yo, Mr. White. And then he's always got these little ideas, like lying in little places just to whip out, you know. Okay, yeah, another cheeky little McCheekster there. That had some very good flows, movements, kinds of dynamism, just dipping in and out of different ideas. Just a couple of thoughts, a few tracks in now. What is the kind of level of variety and experimentation going to be across this LP? Are we going to get that? Is it just going to be a load of, future rhythmy, melodic, kind of leaning dubstep tracks, chip-tuned to hell? That kind of vibe is that what it's going to be for the majority? Are we going to learn new things about his style? Are there going to be a couple of breathers in here as well that are going to add a little bit of, perspective? Or is it just going to keep going from banger to banger? Just a couple of thoughts, things to be wary of as we progress through the album. And I'm enjoying it so far. I do want these, because they're banger kind of tracks, right? All of them so far, around the 3-minute mark. Want them to be contextualized a little bit, maybe within the project overall, the collection. So let's just see where it goes. Track number 5, Age of Aquarius. Catwalk says there's a snare on one of these tracks that I might hate, which is a strong wording. It's that meme of that kid in the rave with the sunglasses on who's just going like that. And it's just that's what this track is. Should we do a little rewind? Like a big one. I'm just remarking on how nice and juicy this track is, It's not a full blah blah blah. It's not a full one of them, but it's just this is nice. Let's hear it again, right? Let's lob into that again. Blabo. It sounds like rubber, says Liu, which I vibe with. I like that. It feels a little bit UK bass in the layout of the kicks and how they sound. I mean, this is the more kind of stripped back, quelled one that I was looking for in amidst the banger material. a very soothing feel to it whilst also still being clearly heavy. Dolphins cresting over a wave type beat, says Jack. Facts. Yeah, nice, soothing, more peaceful. I mean, it's still like upbeat, right? It's still got a tempo and a pace about it. But more like, you know, calming. Dub for moving on. Everyone going mad for this one in the chat. Have I heard it? I do recognise a little bit of it, but then there's other parts of it I don't recognise, so probably means I've heard it. Musicality is... It's the thing of, you know, you can have good musicality, you can have good sound usage, but when they match, when they align, few things can beat that. Often you get good musicality, but the sound choice it just doesn't quite work. But Leotrix almost always, like, the melody is there, but the sound matches it as well and brings it through, guides it through, and gives it its full kind of space and potential. Top stuff. Done that again. Almost inherent nostalgic feel to this. I mean, that snare, is that the one that you meant? Because that snare is quite interesting. Not that one, okay. Nice purpley feel to this one. I'm getting purple tones off this track, you know. A little bit of melancholy about it, but still quite radiant. Is there a 4-minute track on this album? No. No, there is not. Definitely has a moving on vibe as well. Loving that we get another fade out. Big on that. That just adds to the whole aesthetic. You know, dreaminess and just that hazy feel. Just adding to the whole like nostalgic appeal of the music itself, you know. That really did match the title. It had a like a definite melancholy to it. And a reflective kind of slant to it, which is, you know, that's just implied in the track title, isn't it? Track number 7, Preach. Is it a fake out or is that the drop? Oh yeah, dip into that. Can't sleep alone at night energy, says Outer Orbit. I think, yeah. Some of the notes are the same as from that track, I'm pretty sure, so good comparison there. Yes! Bow, 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 bow. The dips into the progressions. Tilt that up a wee bit. Nice, some very nice musicality in there, genre variety. Yeah, just nice to hear that from him for sure. Although I you know, it definitely wasn't clear to me when the kind of hard, styly, hardcore kind of sounds came in for each drop, just whether it was indeed a drop or a fake out. But that's on me. That's on me. Skill issue. And now I know. Now I know for when I hear it again. But we're over halfway through. Track number 8 is Cooler Phase. Yep, we've got a collab at track number 10. It's kind of settling into itself now a little bit, this album. A lot of like good tracks, but not much standout material in the last few, I would say, maybe apart from Preach with the hardstyle stuff. Spinby says, why is this reminding me of Peekaboo? Well, that snare was perfectly fitted, I think. That was all good. Didn't notice that in a bad way. Track number 9 is Pixel Stepper. Yeah, don't have anything else to say about Cooler Phase that I hadn't said already. Bow, 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 bow. Bit of garage, come on. Okay. Oh! Definitely got a weighty, stodgy feel to it. Fog Nobler back in the chat. Big up. Monstrous Kick says Outer Orbit. Gotta agree. Boom, ba-ding, ba-ding, boom. That's a little bit of a weird, awkward feel to the overlaying stuff. The percussion's sick. I love that weightiness of it, but this stuff feels a little bit eerie, a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit anxiety-inducing. Not gonna lie. Ooh, that's mean. It's got a bite to it. Yeah, there's just like a ghostly feel to this one, without like a properly, you know, it's not like a glorious kind of happy melody. It's like doo 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 doo. It's quite lowly in feel, but I think that's the point. It's meant to like kind of, you know, put a bit of uncertainty in you. Good, another good beat, another good hop and a skip to that one. Some mad percussion there. Last collaboration of the album, track number 10, Lost with Dasim. Okay. That's some more classic Leotrix, I think. Oh yeah. I mean, this is harking back to like Visions of the Leo, you know, this one. Tell me I'm lost with anxiety. Let me be the one who
set me free. Too much on my mind, I just wanna sleep. Tell me I'm lost, tell me I'm lost.
Yeah, this is the most classic Leotrix tune, future rhythmy track that we've got yet, I think. Are you guys talking about a Leotrix and Grape Milk collaboration? Because that would be insane. Have we had that yet? I don't think we have had that yet, have we? Yeah, that was nice. That was nice and sweet and vibrant, radiant, classic Leotrix, future rhythmy kind of vibe there. Functional for those who love that approach of his track number 11. Reminder. This is kind of like the opener, no? It's kind of like the introduction a little bit. Distinctly light-hearted and a bit chirpier. Like the funk, it was the funky one, wasn't it, at the very beginning? But, man, it's gonna get heavy, isn't it? Where did that come from? Where did that come from, dude? You just gonna spring a surprise on us like that? 2.5 minutes. So we only got just over a minute. Where does it go from here? Where does it go from here? Really refined, minimal, like prickly drum and bass like that with a load of available space. Yeah, man, that is, yeah. This is the most interesting cut so far. It just is. Yo! Okay, this is that moment of learning something new about his style for the debut LP. I do think it had more to give, that one. I like the idea and I kind of like it for what it is, but I do think that had somewhere else to go still. I think it had even more of a manic journey to go on for another minute or so, if I'm being honest. Trying to think of what artist I would kind of compare it to. Maybe like a Coil Circuit or someone like that, where it's got that that really clean, refined D&B style. Maybe not quite that much going on, but that kind of cleanliness, you know, that's kind of what I was thinking about. Anyway, I enjoyed what was there. Trinist is a good suggestion as well. But yeah, I enjoyed what was there for sure. Just wanted a little bit more of it, which says a lot. Wifey, penultimate track already. Track number 12, here we go. Who is the wifey? Who is the wifey? Is the dub for moving on from the wifey? Or is the wifey after you've moved on with the dub? How do I feel about music so far this year? I don't know, because I haven't listened to most of it. I've been... Ooh. Still been locked in last year for the most part. Now that's nearly done. Eptic. 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 I mean, look, we all love Eptic. Eptic is goated. Eptic. Eptic. Big up Eptic. Following Stars, track number 13, the final one of this album, this debut Leotrix album. Let's get it. I mean, the mellowness for the outro is a good thing, no? Oh, nice, yeah. Nice little slow down and a fade out. Another fade out for the album. And it just trails off into the distance like the end of a story. I'm pro that. I'm very pro that. Yeah, I mean, this album is good. It's good. It's got some interesting stuff in it. I would say that the standout kind of aspect of it for me, you know, in terms of the tracks themselves, sorry, are not in terms of like favourites that are kind of standing out. It's more like the experimentation that we get, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't think after hearing that for the first time through, it's always gonna be a little bit scattered doing a first listen and concentrating on the chat whilst you're doing it and all that kind of thing. But my thoughts right now are like, I don't know if I can identify clear like favourites kind of looking back at it. There's a lot of it that has a similar kind of approach, I think, you know, aside from the experimentation that we get. I remember being pretty, you know, taken aback and floored actually by the opening 3 or 4. But then it kind of got a little bit like, the tracks got a little bit less impactful for the rest of it, if you know what I mean. Like, they didn't quite leave as much of an impression on me, at least. But again, only having heard it once, I'm going to be going back to it a lot more times, and I'm interested to see how the tracks kind of exist alongside one another. For me, it feels a lot like, oh, this is a collection of singles that I've just been kind of working on. I'm just going to put them together into a project. And you might be sat there saying like, well, Connor, that's what any album is, right? Surely it's just what you're working on in that given moment. You just put them together into an album. But there's a difference between that and, like, you know, making tracks because of tracks that you've already made. If you know what I mean by that distinction whereby, again, you're doing that thing of telling a little bit more of a story, or you're going, oh, I made this track, so this track is going to follow on directly after it as a continuation of that story, and they're going to kind of stitch together and map out this whole thing over the course of it. I don't think that is what this is. This feels to me more like a thing of, again, yeah, I've got 13 tracks, let's just put them into an album and put them out there. There's nothing wrong with that. But do I think that he has that in him? Like a proper storytelling album where all the melodic work is kind of, yeah, you know, you can stitch it together and stuff like that. I think he has got that in him, and I think that will come from him at some point. For me, does it kind of push on from that point in the first few and have like a load of tracks that kind of own their space within the album following that? Again, only heard it once, but that's my interpretation of it going on from there. But we did learn some things about his style as well, you know, especially with that D&B, the hard style. It's like, okay, we haven't heard this from you before, and it's like, that sounds, your aesthetic sounds cool in that environment, in that framework. I am gonna leave it there for my thoughts on that one. Prediction: Affliction, Leotrix debut album on Good Vibrations, 13 tracker, and there we go.